dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMV the Sex Ninja in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother, where we talk about Impact, Rampage, SmackDown, Collision from this past weekend. Then later on this week, we will talk about Raw, NXT, and Dynamite. Impact was an okay show. They had Masha and Jordan versus Alicia and Tasha. Masha and Jordan got the win. Matthew and Tom are on commentary. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of tuned out. This whole Rosemary and Wendy thing was pretty fun for what it was. They got the fight, but Rosemary got the win. Then we had Jody versus Heather by Elegance. And I was like, Heather by Elegance doesn't get the win. Like they've been building her up to be like, oh, we're transforming her. She's beautiful. And then they did the reveal and whatnot. But just to have her lose, she should get some wins under her belt. That's just my opinion. But this is the one thing I really wanted to talk about. This X Division Championship match between Moose and Mike Bailey. I was flabbergasted. I was like, Moose? The system's back? The reboot of the system? It was just one of those things where I didn't expect going into the show, at the end of the show, being like, oh, Moose. Cool. Moose. Like, I don't know. I'm still mind blown by it, but I love Moose, though. And it's funny. It's like, I was telling somebody about it. I was showing them some stuff. I was showing somebody this match. And I was like, this guy Moose, he's big, he's mean, but he can go when he needs to go. And with somebody like Mike Bailey, too. And I go, the fact that he's X Division champion is just mind-boggling to me. And I just showed him, I was like, what's crazy though is this theme song is dun, dun. I think I brought this up before, but I played on my song The Darkness, which you can find on the YouTube, KMB the Sex Ninja music and whatnot. And The Darkness, and it's that song and it's that beat, which is kind of funny. So I don't know if Moose will come after me and be like, hey, give me back my song. But overall, it was an okay Impact. I give it a 3 out of 5. My match of the night was the Moose and Mike Bailey because Moose. But yeah, that was Impact November 7th, 2024. Then we go into Rampage November 8th, 2024. Sheeta versus Viva Van. Sheeta for the win. Come on. Then we get Renee with Harley, and I will say I love Harley interviews. I really do. She's very, very entertaining. Like, she's just a firecracker. Like, she's just so fun. Then we have Dark Order versus Undisputed Kingdom versus the Infantry, who is now under Shane Taylor Promotions. This was a really fun match. Undisputed Kingdom get the win. They're the good guys, which is kind of weird because it kind of just happened now that Adam Cole's back with all this. But of course, Cage and Archer come out attacking Undisputed Kingdom. I just don't understand. Like, this beef between Undisputed Kingdom and Cage and Archer, it's just, I already know that Undisputed Kingdom is going to come up on top of that because they build Cage, they build Archer, they keep building them to be these monsters, and then they just do nothing with them. It happens to Archer all the goddamn time. Lexi's with Roderick, and then Jake the Snake comes because he's in charge of LFI, and Roderick's like, hey man, you took Beast Mortos. He's like, you need to not worry about Beast. If you want to worry about him so much, go out and face Beast on Collision and see what happens. Then we get Top Flight versus JD and Beef. Top Flight for the win. Private Party's watching on, of course. This tag team division. We got new champs. Where's the Bucks? That's another question I had. Then we get Commander here versus Leo. Fun match for what it was. Leo gets the win. Poor Commander. If it was Hologram would have got that win. But overall, 3 out of 5 for Rampage. My match of the night was the Dark Order versus Undisputed Kingdom versus the Infantry. That was a fun match. And so 3 out of 5. Rampage, November 8th, 2024. Then we go into SmackDown with Cole and Graves, November 8th, 2024. We started off with OG Bloodline. Sammy's like, hey, you want me to fight? You want me to help you? I just need you to do one thing. I need you to apologize. Not to me, but to Jay. All the abuse you put to him physically, mentally, everything like that, I want you to apologize to him. And Roman's like, you know what? I'm sorry that I had to put up with this crap. Like, Roman's still in his own way. You know, Roman is like, I have too much pride. I am the tribal chief in all the OTC. You know, I have too much pride, and I don't want to say I'm sorry. You know, and he's like, I let you do the shenanigans for so long with this guy Sammy. You know, he's not even family, he's not even blood. And then Sammy's like, all right, you know. And I like the fact though that Jay is standing his ground, because he told him, he's like, hey, because we go into a background segment, backstage segment where, you know, Jay's like, dude, what the hell? What the hell's going on, man? Like, what was that all about? It's like, and Roman talks at him. And Jay's like, dog, you remember how I told you, you don't talk to me like that? You know, if you do, I'm out. Got this one, Oos. Next one, not so good. And I was like, good for you, Jay. Good for you. And Jimmy, though, he's still like, I don't know, man. It was funny. He's like, how much he gives Sammy crap. You know, it's just like, he just doesn't trust Sammy just yet. So, but we're going to get there. And before we get into anything else, this Kevin and Randy stuff is insane. And the fact that Kevin did the pile driver to Randy, and everyone's going on about it, and how this is what this move is meant to do. It's supposed to be devastating. It's supposed to hit. And Randy sold it, and we got an ambulance spot, you know, with Cody jumping in with him. But this is how you do it. And someone did a comparison with AEW and SmackDown. With AEW, they're going and just flips, bumps, pile driver, disc, super kicks, blah, 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 the business. But this one was like, hit it once, selling it, and protecting that move. I hope it just doesn't become another move like the super kick and whatnot. I hope it remains like, this is why and the commentators told, this is why this move is banned. This is why this move is banned. It hurts people, blah, blah, blah. So I really hope that the pile driver stays, you know, sacred in that way. And maybe Randy will get Kevin with it. Then Bayley versus Candice. Bayley gets the win, you know, and Indy's gone. Pretty Deadly versus DIY. Ciampa's mad, bruh. Ciampa is just, I feel DIY is coming to a, yeah, I just feel it down in my bones, man, because Ciampa just really laid it into Pretty Deadly. Jade and Bianca versus Tiffy and Nia. But of course, here comes Candice, here comes Naomi, you know, there's all these distractions, but Jade and Bianca retain those, I don't think the tag team tells them line, but it was a tag team match, and this was fun for what it was. Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down Under. Of course, our tag team champions beat A-Town Down Under. And I'm still wondering, when are we going to get that flip with Austin? They were teasing it for a bit, you know, and then it just kind of went away. Then we got announcements. The new Women's United States Championship. I was like, finally. I remember they were even talking about bringing a Women's Intercontinental Championship to the fold. So, but let's do it one title at a time. I feel Chelsea Green should be the first United States champion. That's just me. I don't know why. It's just because Chelsea's my girl. But now we get to the meats and potatoes of the show. The bloodline, the new bloodlines out there. Roman comes out, and Solo goes, hey, War Games. And everyone's like, oh, yeah. And he's like, wait a minute, there's only four. Roman's like, there's only four of you. And he's like, no. My fifth member, Sami Zayn. And then they start attacking Roman. Here comes Jimmy and Jay to the ring. And then Sammy comes to the ring. And Solo's like, come on, you know you want to. Come on. And then Sammy's like, boom, hit Solo. We're back in business. They clear out the new bloodline and everything like that. And it's just awesome. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. Jay throws up his finger. Jimmy throws up his. Sammy looks at Roman, and Roman looks at Sammy. You can just feel the tension, and then Sammy throws his one up. Then Roman throws his one up, and you know that we're back in business, baby. We're ready to go. Who's going to be the fifth member on both teams? You know, the rumor was The Rock and whatnot, but after I watched Raw last night, which I'll review later, and they're doing a double taping for Raw, and they're doing a double taping for SmackDown so they can have some time off for Thanksgiving, which is coming up pretty quick. And then Well, no, during the week of Thanksgiving is Survivor Series. War Games, baby. War Games. But overall, awesome SmackDown. November 8th, 2024. Colin Graves on commentary. I give it a solid, 4 out of 5. Match of the night. Motor City Machine Guns and A-Town Down Under. Moment of the night. This Bloodline stuff, man. This Bloodline stuff. They're milking it for all it's worth, and I'm excited. So, that was SmackDown, and then we go right into Collision, November 9th, 2024. House of Black versus Iron Savages. House of Black for the win. FTR comes out. Of course, they're like, we bleed AEW. Then we get Leo with MVP's card. This faction is slowly building. And it's like, who else is going to join the Hurt Syndicate? And that's still a badass name. I don't care what anybody says. That name's just so good. So good. Better than Pure Fusion Collective. No offense, but offense. The Outrunners versus Top Flight. They're really pushing the Outrunners. They really are pushing the Outrunners. And I don't know if I'm okay with it because I'm a big fan of Top Flight. And I feel like they deserve to get up to Private Party level. That's just me. But Private Party's watching on. FTR's watching. Then we have the Acclaimed, who are just, nut up or shut up. Just so angry. But the Hurt Syndicate, and Platinum still's got the card. The mighty card. Roderick versus Beast. This was fun. Roderick for the win. But of course, here comes Cage and Archer. Yes, can't get away from these two. The Mariah May promo. I love this Mariah May promo. I really feel like this championship run should be more. But the women's division is just one of those divisions here in AEW that it's not strong and it should be strong. They got so much talent on this roster. But I like this promo a lot. Mariah May is like, hey, I'm not in the women's division. Y'all are in my division. And I'm just like, all right, Mariah, I see you. Then Lexi's with Anna Jay, and they're going to have their match, rematch and everything like that. So I'm very excited to see where that goes. Then she says, if you beat me, Mariah, I will no longer try to fight for that championship as long as you're champion. Then we get Chris Statlander and a squash match. Squash gang. Chris for the win, but guess who? Mercedes Moné attacks. Yeah. Then we get Jack versus Action. Jack Perry for the win because this is an open challenge for that TNT Championship. Here comes Daniel Garcia because they've been building these two, and I believe they're going to fight at Full Gear. AR Fox, my boy AR Fox versus Nick Wayne. So Nick Wayne gets the win, but afterwards they stapled the picture on AR Fox's head. And I'm like, man, AR deserves so much better. I understand that what's funny is they're trying to close the loop on a storyline that was so long ago that I forgot about, where Swerve attacked Nick at his school or whatnot. I totally forgot it. And I totally forgot that AR Fox was part of that. And then he was supposed to go on to All In London, and they pulled AR Fox and they put somebody else with Swerve. I don't remember who. Was it that? Because it was Darby Allin and Nick, right? Darby was sticking up for Nick Wayne. Yeah, but I was just like, this is such a weird, we're going to bring us all the way back around to a story that I'm just like, oh yeah, that was a thing. The Death Riders versus Conglomeration. Death Riders for the win, and of course it ends with Mox, Marina, and here comes Orange Cassidy, big fight, and this and that, and we'll see what happens on Dynamite this week. I'm interested to see what happens, especially with the whole. I think Mox is taking over the TBS Superstation or something like that. So it's already run its course and it hasn't got on the course yet to run. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So overall, I give it a solid 4 out of 5 on the wrestling side of things. Story-wise side of things, there's a lot of stuff that they just kind of just stuff in between everything. But overall, match of the night, I will say Roderick and Beast. I like Beast. Beast more toasted than East and raw meat. So that's it. That's all. That is Collision, November 9th, 2024. And there is Impact, Rampage, SmackDown, Collision, all wrapped into one. All right. And show of the week, SmackDown. That's a no-brainer right there, baby. My cat's going crazy right now. I don't know why, but that's it. That's all. Like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
I think you want the Usos and Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns fighting together, all of us side by side.